Hi friends, take a second, read that. You can pause if you want. Actually, you probably should. Okay, assuming you paused, because it's a very long comment. I've thought a lot about how I should respond to it. And, I initially was like jokingly like, oh, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna tag Stabby Joe in every video in this series. That'll be hilarious. But I'm not gonna do that. That feels like weirdly petty. I don't wanna be combative. That's not my energy. That's not my world. That's not how I operate here. So what I wanna do instead is explain, have a conversation. There are two things specifically that I want to address about this. And the first thing is, the reason why I don't create long form content is because I create a lot of short form content on other platforms. I'm just way more established on other platforms than I am on this one where I got this comment. I would love to create long form content. I don't really have the time. That's a problem. Creating video content is exhausting. Editing content is exhausting. And it takes a lot of time and it takes a lot of energy. And I don't have that much space in my day to add in, creating 10, 20, 30-minute videos. That's why I don't do that. I have short form content that I repost on several platforms. This one, I'll just say the names. It's TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube Shorts. YouTube Shorts are short. You are limited to 3 minutes. But this is pretty normal. They have playlists. I have playlists here already. I don't think I'm the only person doing short form series over here. The other thing is my intention is to help people. And I think that's a really interesting take that you have here. As a content creator, I am creating content that I believe is valuable, but I'm also building an audience, hoping that people will come back and watch more of my videos. I'm hoping that people will buy my book. When it comes down to it, I'm creating a series that is about my own story. I'm telling my story about how I went from indie to trad. Frankly, it's easier to break it into smaller sections time-wise. It's easier to edit and it's easier to film. So, I have a whole list of videos that I'm going to produce for this series. I don't know if people are going to be able to do the exact same thing that I did and get the same results, but I was there. I've been there. I've been a book influencer for a while. There's almost no information out there. When I was doing my own research, I read a blog by Travis Baldree that gave me a lot of insight on what it would take to go from indie to trad. And that was the only resource that I really found other than Reddit comments and stuff. I wanted to provide information that in a digestible way and in a format that makes sense to my brain, which is short form content, and hope that that will help people. I can't guarantee that it will. I'm a part of this community and I will continue to be a part of this community.